Hey. But anyway, man, we back. It's the OMFL News After Dark. And yeah, man, we getting ready to talk about this home field advantage piece here. Because, yeah, Madden up here trying to slide some stuff in from back in the day. And, yeah, so needless to say, man, we got 32 teams with different home field advantages. But I'm just going to pick out a couple of them here. The Falcons, which they need all the rise up that they can get. The home team gains a flat amount of momentum on every offensive play. So if you completing passes, now that you minus your leader receiver, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that, Falcons. Good luck with that. Then, of course, the Saints. Dirty Nate. Saints with the who that on away team third and fourth down conversion attempts. A random receiver will have an incorrect route when he lines up in pre-play. Come on, bro. That just makes me feel positive in my mind about NCAA coming back. Y'all know y'all remember them joints in the NCAA 14, boy, the little squiggly joints. Y'all remember it, boy. But anyway, let's see what else we got in here. The little man in the background trying to make noise. Minnesota Vikings, man, they got those whole package. The home team gains a small amount of speed rating when in the red zone. Come on, bro. Come on, fam. Don't give these jokers everything. Don't give them everything. But moving right on into the next team here. Boy, my son is, I swear, he all over the place, y'all. But anyway, looking at the Dallas Cowboys, the deflected. It says the away team punt distance is shortened when kicking across the 50-yard line. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, man. Like, why we gotta have all these shenanigans? And let's look at my boys here before we move on to something else. The Doom Ball home field advantage package. The home team gains bonus momentum on touchdowns. So all I gotta do is score on that ass. And we up there celebrating. But there's a lot more, man. There's a lot more I'm gonna talk about. We'll be right back after this, man. Pickety peas. Hey. Hey. Shake that ass, girl. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy, Brady Sr. with the OMFL News After Dark, man. And, yeah. That boy back. But moving along, man, we're going to talk about 10 major improvements in the game. And other than, some of what I've seen already on, gameplay and stuff like that. Yeah, so some of the other things that they're going to put out this year, other than the home field advantage package. They're actually doing a coaching tree is being introduced this year. They're also adding, updating scouting for the Madden 22. Then, of course, franchise will include more than 35 new scenarios, which was a key criticism for the franchise mode in recent years. But, hey, in response to the EA community, they hired some high-level members of the EA community to help out with this game, and hopefully they do us justice. Halftime adjustments will add a bit of realism to the flow of the game. That is going to be something I would like to see what they actually have a presentation on. It says the Super Bowl presentation will finally be different. Thank you, Jesus. Because we need something different. Because, Lord, we know y'all was trying to regurgitate the hell out of that celebration. Super fans will be in the stadium. And this is something that apparently back in the day in Madden 12, man. Madden 12, gentlemen. Think about that for a second. A decade ago. A decade in Madden, ladies and gentlemen. They bringing a feature back. But anywho, Face of the Franchise is back this year. They're going to kind of add some new features to that. New story mode and whatnot. Next gen stats roll in for year 2. If you already know, Madden 21 on the next gen consoles allows you to have some next gen stats pop up on your screen to kind of give you that real life, realism, that statistic tracking and whatnot. So, I mean, we'll see. Now, I am a little bummed about the PC community. So the PC community is going to get technically a last-gen product in a new game. Yeah, I said that. You heard me. You heard me say that right. You heard me say that right. So anyway, man, this your boy Brady, man. I'll be right back after this because I got to find out what happened to my son's Joker. Peace. Sheesh. Hey, what's good, everybody, man? If you made it this far into the show, man, it's your boy Brady Sr. giving you the OMFL News After Dark. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that follow. Check us out. Hey, now let me quit playing. So, yeah, man, here at the Grown Folk Community, man, we have a little bit of everything. We have gaming, we have spiritual healing, and we have also, just an awesome community, man, of grown adults trying to, make the best of what they have. And yeah, it's real good. And right now, some random person, the dog is taking a crap in my yard. Yeah, you gonna have to clean that up, fam. Yeah, Susie, you gonna have to get that shit up off the ground. Yeah, get your little baggie out. Get that mom clumps off my ground. I mean, he dropped all kinds of nuggetry. Get all of them. Anyway, man, it's your boy Brady Sr. Hey, hit us up, man. Hit us up, check us out. What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Brady Sr., man, back at it again, talking some Madden 22. What we hope to see, what we will get. And already, boy, I've been up here acting a fool on the record. But anywho, man, so let's talk about the cover athletes. So the cover athletes were chosen. And, yeah, man, it's my homie, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom motherfucking Brady. All right, TB12 himself, D-Go, was out there for the photo shoot. And I said, D-Go. But anyway, man, the GOAT and my homie got their photogrammies on for the cover of Madden 22. A lot of people wasn't all too happy, man, because, they were throwing out teasers out there, the GOAT photographs and all that. Mahomes is good and all, but he ain't the GOAT. Okay, let's get that straight right now. If there's any quarterback GOAT ever in the game, it's TB12. be mother in 12. Okay? Like, let's get it right now. Let's get it right. But anyway, my homies is good in his own right, but who else would you have selected for the GOAT edition of Madden 22? Who would you have chosen? Put it in the comments, man. Let a brother know. But we'll be right back after this. Hey, yeah. All right, man, welcome back. As you know, we getting close to the Press Pass Live with Nate. Hey, one of these days, man, I'm gonna have to get back on there with him, do the news, and then also get in there and talk live with Nate. But in the meantime, man, we are going in there, we talking about the 99 Club. 99 Club. And with that, we gotta say, oh no, is correct, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 99 Club. And we gotta talk about who we might see in there. Of course, we might see Mr. Mahomie. We'll probably see Travis Kelce. All right. Devontae Adams may also grace the presence. DeAndre Hopkins will also get in there on some of that action. Aaron Donald will probably be a 99. Aaron Rodgers, if he plays, will probably be a 99. And then Derek, stiff arm your soul, Henry will probably get a 99 overall rating. And yeah, man. I don't know. Tom Brady too old, man. I don't think Tom Brady will get a 99. Mutt? Oh yeah, you'll probably get some 99 swag for Tom Brady. But Stephen Gilmore from the Patriots, Xavier Howard from the Dolphins, Myles Garrett from the Browns, and then like I said, man, T Bizzle, Bo Shizzle, my nizzles might get it. But let me know in the comments who you think should be 99 overall. Come on, man. Let me know. Let me know. Hey. Let me know. Hey. Let me know. Hey. Alright, man. It's your boy Brady Sr. with the OMFL News After Dark. Man, hey, I'd like to thank y'all, fam, for allowing me to do this. And yeah. Thank y'all for real, man. Cause I mean y'all probably could have somebody else doing it. We got some new folks, you know, or some returning members. We lost some. Congrats to all the babies that were born in the COVID season. Now, even though he was whooping my tail every season, but Dawson, man, I'm gonna need you to. Fatherhood and gaming can go together, bro. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get that P5 and make the South great again. Come on, baby. You know you ready to get hit sticks. But anyway, man, yeah, man, so we gonna go ahead and roll out. Get on over to the
This is the OMFL.
You can't touch this.
And you're in the mix with Kinda Real Name. Here's another OMFL production.
Good morning, everyone. I almost said OMFL, but more than just the OMFL is turning into these OMFL Media Days. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you for waking up this morning with us. I don't know why my camera's a little jittery this morning. I must have a setting that's a little off. My bad. We'll work on that. We'll figure that out. But I'm glad that you guys are hanging out with me this morning. I have a great crew. You gotta apologize for the look, even though I don't know how much I can apologize for this look. I am under the weather, but we're going to work our way through this. Rocking my OMFL jersey with my name on the back. I love this jersey. I was hoping more people would want to get a jersey once I got mine, but I'm the only fool that got one. I love the stupid thing, though. I can't wait to talk to these guests this morning. So, Nate, stop running your mouth and already get to the guests. So let's do that. Our first coach up out of the bucket is our guy Tim. I lost train of thought for like half a second there, Coach Tim. But Coach Tim was thinking about leaving a team that he built in Madden 21, but he didn't. He's sticking with it because I love his reason behind it. He wants the rivalries. He loves the way that he plays with these other coaches there. Let me give myself a little juice here. Sorry about this, guys. I didn't fix that last night. And I love that about Coach Tim, is that he's just willing to stick in there with the rivalries that he has. And Coach Tim left us for a bit, but life allowed him to come back, and he's just been one of my favorite guys to have here. He stuck it out with a tough team. He kept getting more and more determined. Coach Tim, welcome to OMFL Media Days. I'm going to turn it over to you for some opening statements about the New York Jets and Madden 22.
Good morning, OMFL. Appreciate those words. Yeah, exactly. I've found it sticking around with your rivals, ones that to make a good gameplay is so much. It makes it more fun than being on your dream team or a team that's stacked. And I love the team building, taking a team from the ground up to play contender, and that's the goals for this team. The Madden 21 were right on the doorstep so many times, so many games that we could have won. We should have won the division, at least two of them. We failed. That's our goal this cycle, is to make the playoffs, to win the division, to build a team as strong as it can. There's no reason why this team can't make a run at OMFL Bowl. So that is the goal in sight.
Coach Tim, your audio is good, and then all of a sudden it goes down really low. Like, we still hear you, but it goes down really, really low, and then it comes right back up. I don't know if you're like, oh, yeah, I know what that is, and you could maybe help out with that. Coach Tim, tell me, you've got an exciting young team. I want to hear what parts of the Jets excite you the most. The ratings for the teams just came out yesterday, so maybe excitement isn't the right word. Maybe you're depressed like I am. I don't know. What excites you the most about the New York Jets?
Well, the thing that I struggled with the most right out of Madden 21 was quarterback play. Ken Green was my quarterback. He was a keeper that carried over, but he was not the right fit for my team. Struggled with him at the helm. One of the more traits of Madden 21 cycle was the addition of trading Ken Green to the Cleveland Browns for Baker Mayfield. And it turned out to be a win-win for both teams, as Cleveland really took off with Ken Green. and I was really strong with Baker Mayfield. So I'm interested to see, with the addition of Zach Wilson, is he more like a Ken Green where he doesn't fit my system, or Baker Mayfield where I could just light it up and be aggressive and do the things I want to do?
Coach, tell me about the parts of this team. Again, real life New York Jets. They've kind of they're figuring it out. They shipped away a lot of really good pieces. What are the parts about this team that kind of concern you the most?
I haven't really looked at the aspect of the defense. The defense probably the one that I really need to help the most, especially on the defensive line. I feel that team can get pushed around with the running game. Somebody with a good running back can exploit my weaknesses. I'm not quite sure about the secondary. That secondary hasn't been the same since Adams left for the Seahawks. I am carrying over Zach Wilson, my keeper from Madden 21. So Zach Hayes, I should say, the linebacker. So I'm hoping that he makes an impact.
Coach, talking about your import and who you're taking with you, what are maybe one or two or handful of moves that you think, hey, day one, when I get my team and we open up things, I got to make these moves?
See, moves are. I've always been more passive when it comes to move, and maybe that's my own downfall. I will stick it out with a guy, and even though I can make the move and get more aggressive and build my team faster, I think one of the things I struggled with on Madden 21 was it took me a while to figure out where I needed to be in the draft, where I needed to make my moves. The two moves that I should have made a long time ago were requiring OBJ, a wide receiver, and Justin Jefferson. And had we played a couple more seasons in the Madden 21, I have no doubt my team was on the upward trend, progressing and becoming a playoff championship contender.
Anytime that you fill your team up with LSU players, you're going to be a contender. I'm just throwing that out there. Coach Tim, your team really struggled with the quarterback play, but you figured that out with that trade with the Browns. You've got Zach Wilson right out of the box. How is Zach going to kind of change the way that you play on the offensive side of the ball? He does seem to have some wheels. He's going to be able to move around. He's very similar to a Kyler Murray type of player. Do you see yourself adding in more RPO and option plays? Is it not going to change your style? How do you plan on using Zach Wilson?
I am the wrong coach to get a quarterback with a mobile ability. I will ruin Lamar Jackson and not utilize him the best of his ability. So I didn't even notice that he runs a little bit. So I'm hoping that his other aspects will make him I just want to be a solid quarterback, make his passes he needs to make, and limit the turnovers.
Well, he has a home in New Orleans. I have a great import who's 95 overall. We can definitely, I can send that big old contract over there. I'll take a rookie. No, I'm just kidding. But it can happen. Coach Tim, thank you so much for being on OMFL Media Days. Tim's going to the zoo with 5 little ones, and they're running his day, and he still took time to come be here on OMFL Media Days. Coach Tim, I appreciate you. A lot of love for you. Go have fun at the zoo. And that's going to bring in my next coach here on OMFL Media Days. I have always said this. I don't know if he believes me or doesn't believe me, but Coach Klyvertigo, Jason, I don't know. He changes his name every couple of weeks back and forth. It's just one of my favorite humans here, not only because of his dedication to this community, but just who he is as a person. There's some people that you begin to meet and you're just man, that's a cool human that I want to get to know, and Jason is definitely one of those. Coach Kly, welcome to OMFL Media Days. You had, in my opinion, a resurgence, a replugging in with the OMFL in Madden 21, and though the Steelers had their struggles, you never really gave up and you really fought to kind of figure that out. I'm going to give it to you for some opening statements about what to expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers in Madden 22.
Good morning, Nate. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the kind words. The Steelers did have some struggles in Men 21. Most notably, it was my inconsistent play at quarterback position. I imported a rookie quarterback who I'd never had an opportunity to play with in Men 20, and I started to pay dearly for it. It took me a while, a long while, to really figure out what works best for him. It wasn't until really that last final season that I start to really click with him. I think moving forward, one of the things I'm going to try differently is instead of focusing on trying to figure out what to do at quarterback, I'm going to instead focus on doing the things that I do well, do them better. And that's what I expect with my team moving into Madden 22. I'm excited for that opportunity to prove it too.
Yeah, Coach Kly is the best user cornerback you will ever see. He will pick you off in a second. And I think the new settings are going to play really well for you. Kly, what is the thing that excites you the most about the Pittsburgh Steelers for Madden 22?
There's a few things, and I'm really ecstatic about it because there are a few things to be excited about. But most notably, one of the things that I did notice when the leaked video of the Madden 22 beta made it to the internet, one of the persons talking about it was mentioning how the running lanes seem to be cleaner with this Madden for interior running. If that holds true, where you're not subject to the sucking animation arm tackles that you would get, I would love to see what I can do with Najee Harris. One thing that I definitely did not have for all of Madden 21 was an elite running back. That was one position that I skimped out on. I think I drafted maybe one running back the entire cycle, and it was a 4th round flyer who unfortunately had to start only because he was the best one on my team. I think this will be a turn. Najee Harris, he could be a stud. And if I can be effective in running inside of tackles just as much as outside of tackles, I'll be highly improved upon this cycle.
Coach Kly, it is a little bit of an aging team, though. So what are the things that concern you about this roster?
Yeah, great question. So there's the elephant in the room of Big Ben. He is expensive, and he is old. So I don't think I'm going to go with him moving forward. Fortunately, the Real Life Steelers signed Dwayne Haskins to a 1-year flyer deal. But unfortunately, I saw that the ratings came out and they tanked him. I think he's a 63 overall. So I may give him a chance this one season out the gate, see what he can do. And if I can work him up, or if he can manage the game effectively, like I said earlier, it'll give me an opportunity to focus on doing the things I do well, but do them better. Outside of that, I think the age on the defense is another concern. I don't know if anyone knows this, but Vince Williams just announced that he's going to retire. So even though he's in the roster right now, he may not be on the roster come launch day. That means I'm going to need another starting middle linebacker. So there's some gaps. There's definitely some gaps. And then, of course, offensive line is the hugest problem that they have. With Trey Turner was a recent signee for the Steelers. He is a stud. Outside of that, everyone else on that offensive line is 70 or below. So that's why I made sure my import was an offensive lineman to at least give me a fighting chance of doing something in the trenches.
Kly, the chat is already asking you, almost I hear the tone of a begging you to not trade Watt to D-Money. I think that's the thing that, like, there's a handful of owners here that there literally is no emotions tied to anything whenever it comes to moves. You would send anything to anyone for the right deal that you view as a good deal for your team. So let's talk about that. Out of the box, day one, what moves do you think you're going to need to make to really set your team up for the most success to be competitive?
Yeah, you kind of hit it on the head. I'm open, and this is something that Tim mentioned. The luxury of not having to play with your favorite team gives you a little bit of lateral flexibility, right? So you can make moves and not feel committed to any of those players. Not getting into why I moved Watt last cycle, I will say that if I needed to move a player of Watt's caliber this cycle, then I would do it in a heartbeat for the right price. I think Right now, though, I'm just focused on who's going to be starting, moving some people around from starting positions and giving some of the rookies an opportunity to play to see what I have. After that first year, though, it's a lot's going to be on the table. I mean, we have a lot of contracts coming up or at least a lot of decisions to be made on contracts that are going to be coming up. Notably, with Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to be coming up. I think he only had a 1-year extension on his rookie deal. Bud Dupree is going to, exceeding up Bud Dupree. Devin Bush is going to be another player that's going to be up for re-sign fairly quickly. Watt is going to be another player that's going to be up. So, of all three of those key players on defense, I doubt I'm going to be able to afford all three of them and my import. So somebody's going to have to go. And it's just going to be a matter of who's going to get me the best deal when I put them all on the market, right? So one of them's going to go. Whoever makes the best deal for the best player, that's who's going to end up moving.
Kly, you are one of the hands down the best user cornerback players I've ever seen. Most players stay away from that position just because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble, but you do a really great job of kind of baiting guys into throws and then making them pay for them. That seemed to be a bit of a struggle the last two Maddens, just the way that Madden created their game. It feels like with the beta that though that may be coming back, is there anything about Madden 22, the things that maybe you're hearing or seeing that thinks you may or may not change the way that you play defense in Madden 22?
Yeah, there's a little bit of concern of the lack of pass rush in this game. Listen, anyone who's played me knows that I very rarely rush the passer. It's not something I do. Like you said, I love playing cornerback. I love playing safety occasionally. And every now and again, I'll play linebacker. But if I'm playing any of those positions, it's going to be hands up and it's going to be playing coverage, not to rush the passer. I think this cycle, I may have to change that. If the pass rush is going to be a struggle and there's no way to get any type of pressure on the quarterback without actually having to use or to pass rush, then I'm going to have to mix that into my gameplay. Beyond that, though, I think corner is still going to be my staple. It's going to be my go-to and probably what I do the majority of the snaps that I play. But it's just going to be a struggle, I think, figuring out the reaction, because I did hear that some of the wide receiver movements, the separation is probably more, I don't want to say exaggerated, but it's greater where it was before. So being able to stick to my man in man coverage or being able to react when I'm in zone is going to be a concern. And I'm going to have at least one full season, I would think, to give it a shot to see how it works. From there, if I need to make an adjustment to stop playing corner, I'm willing to do that. Whatever works best for my gameplay and the personnel that I put on the field is what I'm willing to do.
Well, Coach Kly, I'm pulling for you. Good luck with this remodel that you and I were talking about before the show started, man. I'm pulling for you. Again, one of my favorite humans here. And if anyone out there has a connection to Best Buy, can we please get my man a Best Buy PlayStation 5? I was lucky enough to get one the morning of launch from Best Buy, but my guy Kly has been striking out. But we're pulling for you. We'll keep doing our part to help you find one, because I just can't imagine this place without you. And we're already losing Mr. Moe and Dawson, and those are two good humans, and I don't want to lose you. So I appreciate you taking the time to be with me this morning and enjoying that coffee, which I'm super jealous of. Now let me bring in my next coach. This is a super cool photo that you sent me, Maniac, and then I looked at it and realized, oh, it's because you edited this thing. Okay, I thought, I was like, that's a beautiful day that Maniac was at right here, but no, this thing has been edited. My guy, who was a longtime co-host with Mr. Dakota Dwayne, whatever he's going by this week, on Press Pass Live, is joining us here on OMFL Media Days. He thought he was going to get out of this, but I kept bugging him, and he was like, no, you don't get to get out of this. Get over here. Mr. Maniac, I'm glad that you're here. You've done some hot potatoing around, hot potatoing? That's not what I was trying to say. Hot potatoing around the league, but it looks like you finally have settled on a team. So maybe tell everybody the team that you have settled on, and then turn it over to some opening statements about that team in Madden 22.
Well, I've finally settled in on with the Vikings, and it was kind of a situation where I I let go of the Panthers because of a new owner coming in and stuff. That's his favorite team and stuff. So I was just trying to be the nice guy, the opening welcome, to the new guy coming in and stuff. So I was more than welcome to hand the Panthers over to him, even though I do say that I will miss the rivalries and stuff that I had there in the South with you guys. And but I'm excited about the opportunity that I have with coaching the Vikings here in the OMFL. Day one, we're looking to be competitive and to push for a top spot there in the North. And from there, ultimate goal, winning an OMFL Bowl, someday soon, hopefully.
Coach Maniac, you're taking over, a team that was ran by an owner, Denbrew, who really focused on defense. You've been known to have some really, really good defense, but you're also pretty high flying with those offenses. What excites you the most about taking over the Minnesota Vikings? And a bonus question to that, what are the chances that you send Justin Jefferson back home to New Orleans?
To answer the bonus question, nada, because he is a stud and he's going to be a staple in my offense. Really, I'm most excited about this team, what they bring to the table, because it's youth. There's a lot of youth mixed in with the offensive side, and then to throw in on top of that, my import coming in is the rookie quarterback Massey. Having him in the mix with the young offensive weapons that we have with Jefferson, and then we got Irving Smith Jr. there at tight end, and then Dalvin Cook, dynamic running back in the backfield. Really think that's, in my opinion, it's going to be a successful transition for Massey being a rookie with those weapons around him. And I'm looking for him to grow with many seasons with these guys, and to kind of keep that core intact. We also have a good mixture of veteran presence, a lot of veterans on the defense. There is some concern that we are getting a little bit older in the tooth there on defense, but there is some young guys that mixed in well with the defense that should be more than enough to get excited about there in Minnesota.
Speaking of the defense and kind of the age issue that's happening over there, what concerns you the most about this roster?
Well, to be honest, it's how fast we can adjust to maybe new features in the new Madden. I think that's always kind of a concern coming in each Madden each year, and the fact that we're starting a rookie quarterback. That's always kind of a head scratcher sometimes with some teams, because it can be a bust, and but Massey's coming in with some tremendous skills, and we're hoping that we can build those up. But then you take on that hand, throwing another rookie quarterback, Kellen Mond out of A&M, probably going to be the backup. That might really kind of scream concern. So, red lights, flags, name it all. It's been said, but I do have some other slight concerns, with like DBs, and we got Patrick Peterson, another LSU guy that the Minnesota Vikings brought over, but he's getting way up there, and his ratings are not as great as they used to be, but definitely still see him helping out on the defensive side. But I believe in the long run, all the competitive phases of our team will grow together, and we'll be all right.
Coach, what do you think you're going to need to do day one, taking over the Minnesota Vikings when the league year starts, to get your team maybe over the hump to be competitive? Always been known as a coach that's willing to make moves and build a really good team. What are some of those moves that you think you're going to need to make?
Well, looking at the early advance, look at the rosters for Madden. I noticed right away yesterday that we have 3 defensive tackles that are over 80 overall. So probably going to be moving one of those guys, possibly to maybe shore up our linebacker core that's kind of weak. We have a stud in the middle, but he's old. I believe he's like 29 or 30, so that's going to be something that's going to have to be addressed in future drafts. But the rest of the linebacker core is pretty weak. We have Barr. He used to be really considered a stud, but he's taken some rating hits over the last couple of Maddens, and but probably the first and ultimate move that I'll be looking at is getting rid of Kirk Cousins' quarterback, that large salary that he has on our roster, and maybe I might hang on to him until the first half of the season to see if he could generate maybe more interest from other teams having quarterback troubles. But ultimately, he's going to be probably our first move to make cap space, and then also just for the simple fact we're going to have a couple young quarterbacks at the helm. And then the other thing is just securing a solid O-line that is young right now, and we may have to move a couple pieces here and there throughout Madden 22. But I think our ultimate goal is keeping the nucleus intact and for the whole cycle, and let them grow together and hopefully bring a championship to Minnesota.
Coach, let's stay on that subject of quarterbacks. For my last question, you took the jump. Not only did you build a great quarterback who was an import in Madden, from Madden 20 to 21, you are probably going to have, I think, our very first. I'm letting the cat out of the bag, so maybe I shouldn't. But anyway, you're probably going to have our first ever Hall of Fame quarterback that you built. So you've been known. You have a track record of building quarterbacks for the OMFL. You went out, drafted a rookie in our very last draft just as a shot in the wind to see if it was somebody you could take with you, and you hit. Tell me about Massey. Where are his strengths? Where are his weaknesses? And what do you think it's going to take to be competitive for Massey to hit the same type of level as what McCoy hit?
Well, to be honest, whenever I drafted Massey and stuff, I really wasn't expecting him to be a hidden dev, and then on top of that, to be a superstar dev. And we don't know exactly how Madden 22 progression with young players is going to be like compared to the last couple Maddens and stuff. It may be a lot slower, but there's definitely potential there with his ability. But his strengths, really, he has some already good accuracy in his attributes and stuff. He does have a little bit of concern of 88 throw power. But that is something that I feel like can be improved on a little bit, and from a little bit of the beta that I played, the throw power may not be as highly important as in previous Maddens, possibly. But with his accuracy that he has already coming out of the box, being a rookie, I think that speaks highly of the ability for him to grow in Madden 22. With McCoy, there was actually some major growing pains with him. He came in, I think, as a star dev when he was drafted, and he didn't have the attributes points that Massey does, and so I'm really excited to see what we can do there in this Madden. Building him up in the long run and stuff. McCoy was a stud. He became the focal point of my team there, and with the Panthers, and he led me to an OMFL bowl appearance in the last Madden 20 before he imported in over to Madden 21, and a couple of NFC championship games. We never could get over the hump, but he was definitely a staple for my team, and I went. Moving forward into Madden 22, I knew that I wanted to make sure that I had that quarterback to build around.
Well, Coach Maniac, you know how much you mean to me here, and how much I appreciate you being here. So thank you for taking the time to come and be with us here on OMFL Media Days. I'm excited to see what you do with the Vikings. I think that NFC North has needed like someone to kind of stir it up a little bit. Trey's kind of owned it now that he's moved over there, and this is going to add another level of competition. I am expecting Priest, who was grinding for the beta and grinding in the summer league, like he's putting in the work to get better. Of course, we know Smash is always going to build a great defense. And so adding you to the NFC North is going to make it really, really fun. So thank you for making time to be with us today. And that's going to bring us to the end of the show. OMFL Media Days Day 5 is in the books. We'll be back with you on Sunday for OMFL Media Day 6. And I think that might be our last one, even though I think Nipples signed up for a day yesterday, and so we need a couple more guys to come sign up. So if you're watching this or seeing this or just seeing my messages every other day about it, come sign up, come hang out. We want you here on the show to come be a part of what we are doing. And yeah, we need you to come help us. We can't force you to do this. I think one of the neat things that has happened is because guys are sending me their photos. I hate that I'm like skippy here. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my computer that's like, I can't do what you're asking me to do. But one of the neat things having people send me photos, and I hope it's probably the same for y'all, but you're seeing what people look like, you're hearing what people sound like, is that like it makes us real humans. We're not just like this computerized name on a screen, but these are real humans. And like I'm hoping one day when my father-in-law wins the lotto, because he plays, I don't, that I could just fly everybody somewhere, that we could play Madden for a weekend, bring your families, hang out. It's like, how cool would it be to have, like, we've always dreamed about like an OMFL media meetup. It would just be neat to meet some of these humans face to face instead of just the way we do it. And I'm hoping this is like the first step to get more people to get on audio and more like voice chat meetups. Like I would love to see when there's a big game on, guys are logging in to the voice chat to talk about the game and watch the game together. I just think that would be a ton of fun. And now Winovus is back with us. He's producing tons of content right now. OMFL News I'm trying to keep up with. There's just so many really good things that are happening right now. And OMFL Media Days has been a part of it. Plus, Maniac has a special project I think he will release over the next few weeks. I know Ross was talking with me this morning. So our OMFL Imports reveal is going to happen really, really soon. And we'll probably even do an OMFL team reveal and just kind of like announce the divisions, the team ratings. What do we think is going to happen in those divisions? That's probably going to happen over Press Pass Live over the next couple weeks as Media Days comes to an end. So thank you for waking up early on a Saturday morning. I need some coffee in me right now. My computer is begging me for a break with the 15 frames per second instead of the 30 frames per second that we're supposed to be getting, which is probably why I'm skippy right now. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be back with you on Sunday night, 10 p.m. Central. I almost said Eastern, but it's Central time for OMFL Media Days Day 6 and for Press Pass Live with Mr. Winovus and myself, and I can't wait to be there. So God bless you. Until next time, peace. Maybe.
Good stuff, Nate.